Um, I'd say,
And you're cool with being recorded?
yeah,
Awesome.
gotta get over stage fright eventually.
Yeah. No joke. All right. So you're studying business?
Yep, management.
Business management?
Yep.
How's that going?
3 out of 4 years down, so I think pretty good. So,
Cool. So are you going to be graduating soon then? Is that what that means?
Next spring.
Next spring?
Yep.
So about a year from now? Cool. So yeah, just to recap what Nathan was saying, we're basically having a conversation with somebody. And my job is to basically come from a neutral perspective, and you get to pick a topic that you want to talk about. If you have a belief or a conclusion or a conscious assumption that's meaningful to you, typically the conversation is more meaningful if the claim that you bring is meaningful to you.
Yeah.
So I'll be asking questions about how you arrived at thinking that the belief is true. So do you want to go ahead and do you have something in mind that you want to share?
Anthony hates me.
Hard to say. It's hard to say anything without being prompted, to be honest, because I'm not good
Okay.
at picking topics.
I have a
so-
good way to get that going.
Okay.
What I've got is my can of words. And the way it works is you pick a word out of here and you get to talk about it however you want. You get to define it. And that sometimes will prompt something that's important to you that you might want to discuss.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. And the colors don't matter. I ran out of one kind of sticky note. And I don't know if I told you my name. My name's David.
David. Okay.
Yep. And your name is Jillian.
Yes.
And that's J.
Jillian.
Awesome. Good to meet you.
Myth.
What was that?
Myth.
Myth. Myth. So what do you think of when you hear the word myth?
I think many of the common day myths, like, mainly a lot of the myth busting that's happening. Mental wellness is a huge part of my life.
Mental wellness?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm always very fascinated about all, like, these mental illness and mental wellness being busted, especially when it comes to, like, stigmas. I'd say...
What do you mean by mental wellness?
I'd say it's a state of mind where, well, I just took a class on it. Mental wellness is where it's not just like being happy, but it's achieving a form of awareness of your mental state and your emotional state, and just being in tune with knowing what your emotions are, and your mental state.
Okay. So, being mentally well means having an awareness of your mental state.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can somebody be aware of their mental state and not be mentally well?
Yes. I might have confused emotional intelligence with emotional wellness. Because emotional intelligence is probably more of awareness, and emotional wellness is what you do to take care of your emotional state. That might be a better definition.
Okay. Okay. So the mental wellness is the steps that you take to be aware of what your mental state is?
Yeah, and what you do after, like what you do to take care of yourself, whether it's to improve it, maintain it. Emotional wellness is just what you do with your mental state when you're aware of it.
Okay. So it's like the behavior that
Yeah.
you take.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like I figured that out just as I said it.
Got it. Awesome. So is there like a conclusion that you can make based on your understanding of what mental wellness is? Like, and we could add the idea of myth in there if you wanted to. So like, for instance, you could say something like, like this would be one conclusion that I don't necessarily have or you don't necessarily have, but just for an example, like mental wellness is a myth.
Yeah.
That would be like a conclusion that we could explore, and it would be something, like I said, it'd be best if it's something that you hold to be true, like
Right.
X is true. Is there something that comes up like that we could talk about?
I would definitely think, I think when a lot of people think about trying to achieve mental wellness, they think it's a final state of being. But I think it's always going to be a journey and not a point of arrival.
Okay. So we could say mental wellness is a journey and not a destination.
Yeah.
Okay. Mental wellness is a journey. Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask a couple of questions about that, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, outside of this claim here, how important is it for you, for your conclusions about the world that we share, to be accurate? Like, if we had a scale from 0 to 100,
Yeah.
and 0 was believing true things is not important to me, and 100 would be there's very little things that are more important to me than believing true things.
Welcome to Portland.
Well, yeah.
I'd say maybe around 65, 70 on that scale. It's kind of, it's, okay. Sorry.
Hey, how are you, David?
So, Jillian, thanks again.
Look,
Yeah, thanks for the
You're
opportunity.
already here.
Hopefully you'll see us out here again, and
Yep.
we can either continue or start up again.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got a little bit of an idea of what we're doing, and
Yeah,
check us out online, and
I will.
hopefully we'll talk again.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate
Absolutely. Yeah. Take care.
it. Yeah, you too. I hope you have some more successful interviews today.
Appreciate it. Take care.